It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the football team and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago when a city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Washington football team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Uses the stiff arm, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 16 carries, 77 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. From the 35 on 2nd down. Hurts. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Second and 20. Operating from the gun. Wallace. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game, uses the stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Wallace. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. The kick by Bass is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opening, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. And that's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 14. Back to throw. Wallace. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Wallace. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Wallace. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wallace. That swung out wide to Sanders. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The kick by Bass is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
No, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they won't be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them in no game.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Sets up to throw it. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Wallace. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now Gibson. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Rose. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll look to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Hurts toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this 1st half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. On 1st and 10, Wallace. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Wallace. Well, that's complete to Sanders. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott with well over 300 yards through the air. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on first down. Wallace. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And that is Allen. Still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. To throw on second down. Wallace. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shoves him aside. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Wallace. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So that one will be accepted.
You ran into a brick wall. You ran into a brick wall, baby. You ran into a brick.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. 3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Second down, back to Sanders.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
To the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was well done.
That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
On first down, Wallace. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down, Wallace. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Washington on third down.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far.
Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And Allen brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out come the Eagles.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Wallace. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. And Sanders has got it complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Wallace. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the of sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. His throw incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Rose. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rose. 7 yards the pick up there. From the 36, Hurts. He'll dump that off to Gibson. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hurts. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Wallace. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, it's Sanders, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.